Get pause YouTube, 6 Foot Hacks here. Got for you guys today the week 9 team building video for the second season of the UCL. And guys, we are facing none other than Joey, Mr. Pokeaim MD himself, the coach of the Bronx Beartics. Now, I've known Joey for years. I think I've known Joey for like maybe 4 years now. So in that time span, anytime we've battled, I've never really been too confident in the matches, but this time I am. This time I'm pretty confident going into this matchup. However, though, I'm terrified. I'm scared. I don't want to get utterly destroyed because if you guys remember, week 5. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk for a couple minutes about, like, I don't know how long this is gonna be, but just I feel like this is a pretty important match, and just I hope you guys don't mind me just kind of rambling for a few minutes before I really get into the team. And just I'm really excited, and I'm in a really good mood, and just I'm really excited for this. But as I was saying, back to story time before we get into the actual into the actual team building. So every time I face Joey, I've never really been confident, but this time, like I was saying, I am, because of course we have our amazing assistant coach Ellis. Ellis's Twitter link will be down in the description. I mention his name all the time, and honestly, I think I said this before, but I could make a video alone on just how much help Ellis really is when it comes to team building for league matches and breaking down and analyzing the opposing team that we're going to be facing. And I know Joey's getting help. He's getting help from another good buddy of mine, whatever. Mr. Tony Flygon FL7Gon himself. Yes, those of you who have been around for like years and years, then you will know exactly who Tony Flygon is. The man is a lord, and that I'm a little bit more scared because I know he's going to be helping Joey, but that just gets me more excited and more riled up because I really do want to win. And like I was saying, week 5, we I don't want to keep like bringing this up, but it's going with the story. We completely, well, I want to say completely, but we conquered Miguel, the coach of the Real Madrid, giving him his first, and so far in these 9 weeks, only loss in the UCL. Like I said, I would be the 1-4-1, and blame it on time zone or blame it on whatever you want. When we come to playoffs is when we will determine how it really should have gone down. And like I said, guys, we're already making playoff finals. It's just a question of who are we facing, and that's not cockiness, that is confidence, and that is a promise. We will definitely make the finals. Not only make it to finals, but we will win. So keep that in mind while you watch this team building video. Now, our match should be going up around 4 p.m. on Saturday. It is currently Wednesday when I'm recording this, and then we should be playing Thursday, and this will be up Friday. So yeah, come Saturday at 4 p.m. Again, is when I'm pretty sure this will be going up. Hopefully we will have an amazing battle, and I won't get outplayed and or hacked, and neither will Joey. But yeah, as I was saying, we beat Miguel, who the week prior, week 4, I will say dominated Joey. I honestly felt that Miguel was in control of their match the whole time. I watched both sides to kind of understand it, and I really felt like Miguel was in control the whole game. And then week 5, obviously we beat him. We beat him pretty decisively and pretty one-sided, like I was saying. But yeah, see, the reason why I bring that up is because that was our first huge tough match that the Durham Druddigons had to deal with, and it was in week 5. So after week 5, we had 2 kind of hard weeks with Nexus and Nappy, and then week 8, man, Nips, I don't sub Hippowdon, yo no say, I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, sub Hippowdon, and then now week 9, we are facing Joey. So we had a good little start. Reached one, I guess, I don't want to say milestone or checkpoint. What am I trying to say? one, I guess, roadblock, one huge obstacle. We'll say obstacle. One huge obstacle in Miguel. He came off of a hot win. Whether he was tired or underestimated us, doesn't matter. We'll find out on playoffs if we face him again. But regardless, the Durham Druddigons won, and we had 3 weeks which were a little bit easy, not entirely too easy, but not as difficult as this next match is going to be. Joey, another top contender to possibly make playoffs. He is also the Season 1 champion. I forgot to mention that. I completely forgot to mention that. But yeah, he is also the Season 1 champion. And he is also looking to not get another loss after losing to Miguel week 4. But I am also not looking to get another loss due to us losing week 2. Now, if we had not got critted week 2, and if I had been focused and not distracted in the later part of the game, then we could have actually been undefeated, potentially up until this point. So if everything had gone good and we hadn't got crit week 2, we would be 8-0 facing Joey, and I'm sure a lot of people would be wanting him to end our streak. So that's something that could happen. But hey, I am humbled in defeat. I think it's a pretty good thing that we have one loss, and I don't really want to get too much into that. But yeah, we are both 8-1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're both 8-1, and one of us is going to be taking our second loss. Now, Nexus, we faced Nexus, and one of us had to take our second L, and hey, we beat him. Week 7, we faced Nappy. One of us had to take another L, and it was Nappy who took the second L. Now, we didn't get to face Joey Season 1 because before that is when I had to stop participating in the UCL because of personal life stuff. So I'm really excited to be able to battle Joey this time. I'm pretty positive we will see him again in the playoffs. Like I said, we're already making finals, and I promise you that. It just depends on who are we facing. It could either be Joey again, Miguel again, maybe a dark horse. Actually, I feel like a lot of people thought that we were the dark horse, but now we have one of the top 3 best records in the league. So I do feel like a good amount of people are going to be watching this, which just gives me more excited and more hyped, and it's just more motivation. Because if people want to doubt us, doubt me, then hey, you do you. But that's just gonna drive me, and I'm really excited for this game. I'm just hoping to not get utterly destroyed and outplayed. But I trust Ellis. I trust his team building. He has put up with my consistent question asking, and just sometimes I feel like I just annoy Ellis, and I hope I don't. If I do, Ellis, just tell me. I promise you're not gonna hurt my feelings. But yeah, sometimes I feel like that. But just Ellis is so much help, and I hope that maybe possibly if we do win Season 2, when we do win Season 2, I should say, he may make a little cameo in the final like announcement video, I guess, or something. I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe we can get him in a video. But hey, he has shot down the idea before, so nothing against him. But yeah, anyways, I rambled on for 9 minutes. Like this should tell you just how excited I am for this. Like I'm ready to go into this game. I hope I'm not getting my hopes up. Like I'm trying to have the same mindset that I had while I was preparing for my match with Miguel. But I know that Joey isn't going to. Well, I don't know. I know Joey's going to play to his best ability, and I know he's going to take it seriously as well. So it's just a matter of who wants to win this more and not have their second loss. But hey, I'm not looking to lose, so I'm letting y'all know that right now. So just be prepared for tomorrow. But hey, who knows? I could have got 6-0 for all I know by the time you're watching this. We'll never know. But yeah, at this point, you guys have been able to, you've had 10 minutes. You've been able to dissect my team and Joey's team. And I have a general idea. Me and Ellis both have a general idea. But yeah, anyways, at this point, you guys have probably been able to tell what we may bring and what Joey may bring. So of course, I'm going to give you guys a quick run through, or I'm going to show you guys the 6 that I'm going to bring. But first off, I want to say that Kieran Black, So I'm sure a lot of you don't know about this, but Kieran Black was actually one Pokemon that Scatty suggested that we draft. Now, I thought about Kieran Black being our first draft, but at the same time I was like, I really want Clefable, or I really want to get like Mega Latios or Mega Latios for my first round pick, because I honestly thought that nobody was going to pick Kieran Black, and then of course Joey got the first round pick of OU, and surely enough he picks Kieran Black. So I thought that was pretty funny, because if he had not picked it, then maybe I would have picked it round 2 if I had thought more about it after picking Clefable. But hey, it's whatever. Joey has this broken... This thing is... Oh my God. This thing is so terrifying. Now, the good thing going into this match is that Joey cannot... How do I want to say? Joey doesn't really appreciate this... What am I trying to say? We have enough pressure on our team, or in our draft in general, to pressure Kyurem, is what I'm trying to say. So if Kyurem does come in, there is a 90% chance he gets a 2-hit KO on anything that we decide to bring. But the problem with that is that he gives us a free switch into Victini. He gives us a free switch into Terrakion, into Blastoise even, Crocodile potentially, if he's fearing us to be Scarfed, although I probably wouldn't do that. I don't really think Sigilyph, but maybe Zebstrika, but mainly Victini, Terrakion, and Blastoise and Shaymin. Those 4 Mons are huge threats to Joey's team. Basically, the combination of Blastoise plus Shaymin is kind of difficult for Joey to handle depending on what his draft is going to be. So that's something to take into consideration, or something that was figured out down the line, I should say, in the team building process. But he is, I'm pretty sure, gonna want to bring Garchomp or Flygon. Both me and Ellis agree on this. I'm leaning more towards him bringing Flygon instead of Garchomp, just for the fact that Flygon gets U-turn and Defog, 2 moves that could be severely annoying, and we know that he's already used Scarf, Defog, Flygon before. It's just a matter of will he run Defog? Because if he does bring Flygon, then he could bring Kyurem, but like I said, if he brings Kyurem, then he just gives us free switch-ins to 4 huge offensive threats that can really pressure his team, which again, I don't think Joey's going to want to do. So me and Ellis, well, Ellis is more leaning towards this. He thought that Kyurem may not even come this week. Me, I think that Joey may try to just fit it on his team to bring it. So I have 2 different teams for this made, if that kind of makes sense. But first off, I'm going to show you guys what I brought. So we have Terrakion horsepower here, and actually normally I like to go down the line of how Ellis sent me the team, like the pacement of it, but I'm going to leave Druddigon for last, because Druddigon I feel like is going to be our ace in the hole going into this match, and something that I really don't think Joey is going to prepare too much for. So yeah, we're going to start off with Terrakion here. We have Terrakion, we have Tortuga and the Mega Blastoise, Vicente the Victini, Shaymin, Evergreen. Hey, look at that, the 4 offensive Mons that I said that Joey probably would not want us to get a free switch into on his team. Especially if rocks are up. Yes, he does have Regenerator Tangrowth and Regenerator, potential Regenerator Reuniclus, but Tangrowth can only switch in so much and regen so much if I am able to keep up offensive pressure. Actually, hold on. Oops. This is the wrong spread. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Terrakion, Vicente, Evergreen, Moonshine, the Clefable, which... yeah, I guess Clefable is pretty obvious that we're going to bring, because we could bring Unaware to just completely stop Tail Glow, Manaphy, Calm Mind, Reuniclus, Curselax, Curse Mega, Aggron, I guess, but I'm pretty sure he would have rocks on Aggron. I guess he could maybe go Scarf Rocks on Chomp. If he brings Garchomp, I wouldn't knock him against that, but I'm 99% sure Joey's going to bring rocks regardless of the fact that we do have one of the absolutely best spinners in this format, I think, in Mega Blastoise. But rocks in general can just still apply pressure to the opponent and force him to waste that turn to Rapid Spin, which is what Joey will want to take advantage of, so we are going to have to watch out for that. But yeah, anyways, finally off we have Damien the Druddigon, which again I'm going to get into last because, I really love this Druddigon set. Like, just trust me, it's worth it for you guys. It's worth it. So, as you saw here, we do have SD Stealth Rock Terrakion. Now, the original thought was to put maybe Earthquake over Stealth Rocks and then put Rocks on Druddigon, but we switched that up and we put Rocks on Terrakion. Now, the amazing thing about Terrakion is that it applies so much pressure to Joey's team. Plus, with Rocks up, we are able, I don't know if you hear that train, I apologize if you do. We are able to 2 KO his entire draft after a Swords Dance. Unless he brings Garbodor, which I don't really see Joey bringing Garbodor, to be honest. For example, this is what I'm pretty sure he is going to bring. Ellis and I are pretty sure that this is what he's going to want to bring. I'm assuming, though, that he may bring Flygon over Garchomp, just because, again, U-Turn and Defog can really be annoying for us going into this match, because Rocks are going to be really crucial for us in this game, and then our only switch into Garchomp or Flygon is Clefable, in which case he can U-Turn out on us. So that would actually be pretty terrifying if he does that, because he can just U-turn into Aggron, U-turn into, well, Manaphy wouldn't be that big of an issue. Mostly Aggron. He could U-turn into Aggron, which could be a huge issue. He could expect us to maybe have like Fire Blast on Clefable or something, like Calm Mind Fire Blast is something he could be expecting. So that is something to take into consideration. But I'm pretty sure he may want to bring Flygon over Garchomp. But Garchomp does have Poison Jab, which does not actually 2 KO Clefable, I think, unless he gets like 2 absolutely high damage rolls. It's not going to knock us out. So not too worried about that. Manaphy, I don't really know what set this could be if he wants to bring it. It could be defensive. The only reason I would assume he's going to bring Manaphy over Alomomola is because Alomomola can just be complete setup fodder for Shaymin. But if he is not running a defensive Manaphy, then his only real switching to Blastoise into Shaymin, which, like I said, apply a lot of pressure to Joey's draft, along with Terrakion as well. Like Terrakion laying in the back outside of getting up Rocks, I don't think Terrakion is going to do much outside of coming in late game and hopefully cleaning up. So hopefully we can apply pressure early on, get a good switch into Terrakion, and get up Rocks to be able to ensure those 2 KOs or 3 KOs on the rolls. And yeah, like I said, Manaphy I'm pretty sure is just going to be a defensive variant, which could easily switch into Blastoise. The reason he could bring Alomomola over Manaphy is to have another switch into Blastoise, but depending on Alomomola's spread, if Blastoise cannot 2 KO it with Aura Sphere, then Terrakion can 2 KO it with Close Combat, which means I can click Close Combat, he tries to switch in Alomomola after Rocks, is going to get 2 KO. Or if I Swords Dance, we have a 93% chance, I believe, to actually just straight up OHKO Alomomola. Actually, no, we have a 56% chance to straight up OHKO Max Defense, Max HP Alomomola, which honestly he should not bring, because in that case it can't switch into Blastoise. But if he does bring Alomomola, we just get a free move off with Shaymin. And Shaymin, again, another mon that just applies so much pressure to Joey's team. This is the second variant that I thought he could bring in case he wants to bring Kieran Black. Notice how he doesn't have a water type. Honestly, as long as he has Snorlax plus Flygon, he does have enough pressure, I believe, to deal with Victini accordingly. But still, Blastoise plus Shaymin can still just do so much work to this team. Blastoise being able to chew a Fusion Bolt. I don't think this is going to be his spread, but I'm pretty sure he is going to want to run enough speed to outspeed Krook, so he could have a plus speed nature. But I'm pretty sure that, again, he may not even bring this. Ellis is really positive that he's not going to bring this. This could be one of the least important mons that he could want to bring, because if he doesn't bring Kieran Black, then he essentially can bring mons to deal with what we want to bring, depending on what combination of 6 we want to bring, if that makes sense. So Kieran would be taking up a slot that otherwise, let's say he had Garchomp. Like, yeah, if he had Manaphy, if he didn't have Manaphy, he would have Kieran Black here. So Shaymin Blastoise still destroys him. Let's say he didn't have Reuniclus, then that's one less switch in and one more weakness to Terrakion. If he didn't have Tangrowth, then that's his only real switch into Terrakion gone, and then after X Scissor, Reuniclus just gets 2 KO'd. Because Life Orb X Scissor does actually 2 KO Reuniclus. I think if it hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to say this calc incorrectly. So yeah, if he's Calm Mind, which he could be max defense, max HP Terrakion, I'm pretty sure it's a roll. Okay, so it is a roll, depending on whether or not the X Scissor will knock him out, but there is a good chance that he could have the Colbur Berry, just because we do have 2 really good dark types in Crocodile and Skunk Tank. So that's really gonna be good for us, in which case X Scissor then becomes a 72% chance to 2 KO. So he could easily get 2 KO by Terrakion, or if he doesn't bring it, then hey, Terrakion just runs shot on his team. So yeah, like Ellis said, there is a good chance he may not bring Kieran Black, but if he does, then it's going to be a huge issue, which can only really get a free switch in on Clefable and Druddigon. That, if Blastoise is not around 85 or 90% HP, then he could get a free switch on Blastoise, so that is going to have to be something we watch out for. But yeah, Terrakion, regardless, is going to be very important in this match. One of the most amazing wall breakers in 5th gen. Choice Band and Terrakion just wrecked so much in 5th gen. But yeah, Swords Dance hopefully late game will just be able to just annihilate Joey's team. After his Swords Dance, we have an 87% chance to Oko Garchomp after rocks if he's max defense, max HP for some reason. We have a guarantee Oko max defense, max HP Manaphy after Stealth Rocks at +2. We Oko Mega Aggron at +2. We have a 43% chance to Oko max defense, max HP Tangrowth at +2, and then a 56% chance to Oko max defense, max HP Alomomola. So hopefully I can find a chance to Swords Dance and then just put in some work with Terrakion. So moving down the line, we have our first huge wall breaker going into this battle, and it is of course Mega Blastoise. Now, unless he has Assault Vest Snorlax, which I'm pretty sure he's going to want to bring, he doesn't really have a safe switch into Mega Blastoise outside of Alomomola, I guess, or Manaphy one time. Yeah, because then if he is like Rain, Dance, Rest, then I don't think he should be able to beat Blastoise 1v1, although that could be something to watch out for. But yeah, unless this is AV Snorlax, then Mega Blastoise just puts in so much work, and we honestly don't even need Water Stab going into this match. The only move that we would want to hit with Scald, the only Mon that we would want to hit with Scald, Water Pulse, or Hydro Pump would be Garbodor, which I'm pretty sure he's not gonna want to bring, because again, it depends on what he wants to fit over it. If he doesn't have Manaphy, then okay, that's fine. He only has one real answer to Victini, which is Snorlax. So I'm pretty positive that he's gonna want to run Pursuit on Snorlax. I know Tony and Joey have done this before in a 5th gen tournament, running Pursuit on Snorlax. So I'm gonna be watching out for that, or I'm gonna be scouting for that. But Aura Sphere does do a lot of damage to Manaphy or Reuniclus, or to anything really that he wants to bring. I don't really think he's gonna want to bring Pyroar. I guess if he went a more aggressive route, he could bring Pyroar, but I don't know. I really don't expect him to bring that. But we have pretty much perfect neutral and super effective coverage with us not even having to run Scald, because I'm pretty sure that Mega Launcher gives stab to Dark Pulse and Aura Sphere, or at least it makes it seem like they have stab because of Mega Launchers. That's really good. The Ice Beam, of course, is just solely for Tangrowth, which it is a really good role if he's not running any Split Def Investment, which he should be running a pretty physically defensive Tangrowth to be able to switch into Terrakion, especially if he doesn't bring Flygon, because then he is going to have to expect us to have Rocks up for this entire match. I don't expect him to want to bring Curselax, honestly. I guess he could bring Chople. Ellis suggested that maybe he could bring Chople-Lax, but Earthquake, Body Slam, and Heavy Slam, this is really the perfect moveset that Snorlax needs. Earthquake is just a really great spammable move against us. Heavy Slam ensures that he's able to beat Clefable potentially. So yeah, Snorlax could be a bit of an issue early on, but the more times it's forced to switch in, along with rocks, like even, well, then again, if we don't have rocks, it's still going to be forced to switch in, and if it doesn't have leftovers, then it's going to get, it's going to be Assault Vest most likely, or Chople Berry. And then if he's Assault Vest, it's going to be getting worn down accordingly. And then if he has leftovers, Orisphere could potentially be a 2-hit KO, or it's still guaranteed to be a 3-hit KO. So yeah, Mega Blastoise is just a huge threat to Joey's team if he doesn't have Alomomola plus AV Snorlax. Or I guess he could go like AV Reuniclus. Honestly, I see him bringing like Cobra Berry Regenerator Reuniclus, because this still gives him a pretty solid switch in to Terrakion. Although, if I predict that correctly, then we could just X-Scissor and potentially 2-hit KO it after rocks. So that is going to be pretty important for us to take into consideration going into this match. No real speed EVs, because we really don't need a speed creep on Blastoise. Maybe if he was running Garbodor, a fast Garbodor potentially, but I highly doubt he's going to bring that, because he could expect us to bring Krookodile, which Krookodile is, like I said, we have two amazing Pursuit Trappers and Dark types in Krookodile and Skuntank. Like, I'm really happy that I got Krook and Skunk, because that's so many mind games that our opponent has to prepare for. Like I said, he could not even bring Reuniclus, and I guess he could have like Manaphy. But then, well, I guess he could have Garbodor over Reuniclus, but then it could be like Air Balloon, I suppose. Then he would force us to Rapid Spin earlier than we would be able to. But I don't know. I'm really iffy if he's going to bring Garbodor over Reuniclus, to be honest. And Regenerator just works out really well because, like I said, gives him another switch into Terrakion, ensures that he's not forced to click recover sooner than he has to. So that is going to be something for us to watch out for. Tangrowth is actually going to be a really big nuisance going into this match. Even though, yes, we do have Victini, the main issue is going to be Sleep Powder, because with Tangrowth having access to Sludge Bomb, then that means Shaymin is no longer a safe switching going into this match. And of course Joey is going to want to run Sludge Bomb as well for Clefable. Now with this EV spread, I did run the calc, with this EV spread, he can actually chew a Ice Beam coming from Modest Max Special Attack Blastoise at full HP, and then he can also be able to switch into two Life Orb close combats coming from Terrakion. Although there is a chance he could expect us to go Banded with Terrakion, that could be something he is taking into consideration. Regardless though, Tangrowth is going to be a huge nuisance going into this battle. And then the reason why I already moved on to Victini is because Victini really is our most expendable team member going into this match, and the Pokemon that me and Ellis both, well, Ellis suggested this, and then further considering it, I agreed, and Victini really is the best member for us to want to be put to sleep, because with the Scarf, it does kind of limit Victini, but with us being Scarfed, it ensures that we could potentially speed tie with Flygon. We outspeed Manaphy, and if he's not Calm Mind, Thunder is 100% accuracy, so it's going to be doing a lot of damage, or it's going to be pressuring Manaphy to go straight for Scald as opposed to going for like a Rain Dance, Tail Glow, or Calm Mind even. Or, well, if he does have Rain Dance up, then you guys get what I'm trying to say. Trick also is going to be really great to be able to cripple Snorlax, Alomomola maybe, Manaphy even, Rhydon I guess if he wants to bring it. I don't know why he would. But mainly Manaphy or Reuniclus, I think, would be the things that we would want to cripple. Actually, Snorlax could be more crucial than Reuniclus, just because a choice-locked Snorlax means that Terrakion could potentially get a free SD, which is another huge benefit of us most likely tricking something off to one of Joey's walls. We can cripple it, allowing Terrakion to come in and either get up rocks or Swords Dance and then just sweep. Glaciate, of course, is only for Garchomp and Flygon. Like, he is 100% bringing Garchomp or Flygon. I guess he could bring Garchomp and Flygon, because our team is pretty weak to ground, and then that way he could have a lot of pressure with like two fat walls. So instead of Kyurem here, he could have Garchomp, like maybe sub SD select Garchomp with Scarf Flygon. That could be something to watch out for potentially, but then he wouldn't have a water type, or then he wouldn't have one of these other 4 crucial mons that I'm pretty sure one of these 3 mons that I'm pretty sure he needs. So he could get rid of Uniclus for like Manaphy or Alamomola. I could see him maybe doing that, but this is what me and Ellis are 90% sure he is going to want to bring. Mega Aggron can just run a lot of Spadef with a plus defense nature because it does chew up a lot of hits. It doesn't really need to run max Spadef because the rolls of Aura Sphere and any other especially offensive move are still going to be the same if he just runs a lot of Spadef and then a plus defense nature instead of a plus Spadef nature. So yeah, Mega Aggron is going to be really annoying. Instead of T-Wave, he could potentially have Roar, which if he actually has Thunder Wave and not Roar, then Shaymin can actually potentially stall out the Aggron, which is going to be really, really great because if he has Alamomola, then that gives Shaymin an absolute 100% free substitute. Free Leech Seed. We just spam Seed Flare and Earth Power, and because Seed Flare does have a 40% chance to lower Spadef, there is a good chance that we will be able to beat either Snorlax, Tangrowth, or Aggron, or we're going to, I want to say 100% beat one of these 4 mons with just Reuniclus. I mean, with just Shaymin's Seed Flare as they switch in because of the minus Spadef drop. Like, Shaymin is an absolute monster in draft format. Like, I absolutely love it. I don't know how we got it round 3, but just Shaymin has been putting in so much work. And then the Yachi Berry, of course, is for the Kyurem. If he is low enough, Seed Flare could potentially knock him out, or it could just be just crucial damage that we need to get off on it. Earth Power over anything else because we need it to hit Mega Aggron. Like, Mega Aggron is the main thing stopping Clefable from absolutely destroying Joey's draft. And the beautiful thing about Shaymin is that Shaymin beats Alamomola plus Mega Aggron. In theory anyways. In theory, Shaymin 100% beats Alamomola plus Mega Aggron, allowing for Clefable to be able to come in late game after Terrakion has already picked Joey's team apart and then just Calm Mind and win, or Clefable could sweep mid to late game and then Terrakion comes in and just sweeps. But that's basically the idea behind Shaymin. It's just be able to break down Joey's team, and like I said, we are going to be able to break or beat one of these 5 walls or 4 walls depending on what Joey wants to bring because of Shaymin's Spadef dropping in Seed Flare. I know that kind of sounds bad, but if you really think about it, 40% is more than Scald. So if we hit, there's a good chance that we're going to lower one of his mons Spadef, and then we just have to hit again. So yeah, unless his mons skillfully dodge, Shaymin should be putting in a lot of work going into this match, being able to weaken his walls for Blastoise or Clef or Terrakion to win late game. So moving down the line, we have Moonshine the Clefable. Another really great mon. The only downside to Clefable is that, of course, he does have Mega Aggron. This thing 100% outside of Calm Mind Fire Blast just stops Clefable. Now the good thing is that he could potentially expect us to have Calm Mind Fire Blast Clefable. So we could potentially take that into our advantage going into this match. Now of course we have Encore. Now Encore is actually really, really cool. We didn't get to use it in our match against Nips, but hopefully we will get to use it this time against Joey. Now Joey's draft is relatively fat and slow, so as you can see here, most mons are already outsped by Clefable. Now unless he wanted to run a lot of speed EVs, which would have to be, like you see here, 76 or well 80 or more, then none of his mons, or none of his walls I should say, are going to be able to outspeed Clefable and use it for setup fodder. Encore also ensures that Tailglow Manaphy should not be able to beat it 1v1, and if he does end up going for the Tailglow, then at +3, as long as he's not in rain and he's not Life Orb, after a CM we should be able to eat a Scald and maybe beat it 1v1 depending on how things go. Reuniclus should not be able to beat this either unless he is running a lot of special attack investment. Actually, this is something I forgot to mention. Blastoise can actually beat Reuniclus even if he's Calm Mind unless he's running Spadef EVs, which I don't know if Joey will be, but unless he's running special attack EVs, he can't beat Clef. If he's not running Spadef EVs, then he can't beat Blastoise. So it's just, again, it's depending on what kind of set he is and scouting out to see what kind of set he is. And then Encore also completely stops Curslax. I don't know why he would want to run Curse Snorlax. If he does run AV, this means he doesn't have Whirlwind, which is going to be really great. If he is running Leftovers or Chopple, then he could have Whirlwind for Clefable. But I think Heavy Slam is already a 2-hit KO on Clefable. But we'll have to see how things go in this match. But yeah, Calm Mind Clefable late game, once Mega Aggron is gone, can just utterly destroy Joey. So again, getting rid of Mega Aggron is going to be really, really huge going into this battle. Calm Mind Reuniclus is going to lose because we just Encore into Calm Mind, and then we just switch into something else to deal with it accordingly. Manaphy, depending on the spread, can lose to Clefable as well. There is also the huge possibility that he thinks we're going to bring Unaware, because he does have Tail Glow Manaphy. He does have Calm Mind Reuniclus. He does have Curslax. He could potentially have Double Dance Rhydon. All of which, Swords Dance, Garchomp as well, all of which are stopped by Unaware Clefable. So he could expect us to bring that and not even bring Manaphy, or not bring Tail Glow Manaphy. Or he's going to try to play aggressively to get rid of Clefable and then sweep late game with Tail Glow or Calm Mind Manaphy. So that is something else we're going to have to watch out for going into this battle. And this has almost been going on 40 minutes. And 10 of that was just me talking. So moving on to the final and most awesome, amazing Pokemon, I think. Offensive Druddigon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Sheer Force Life Orb Druddigon. Damien the Druddigon is coming through this week. This set is beautiful, to say the least. Offensive Druddigon literally annihilates Joey's draft. So first off, the speed EVs. Druddigon unfortunately has a piss poor speed in 48 base stat. But with this speed EVs, we are able to outspeed non-speed EV'd Alomola, which honestly I don't think Joey should want to run speed EVs on Alomola if he brings it. But hey, if he brings it, then Thunder Punch actually has a 98% chance to 2-hit KO max defense, max HP Alomola. That is insane. I think the rolls are the same for physically defensive Manaphy. Although no, hold on. Actually, hold on. We can actually check. I had the damage calc open. Hold on, ladies and gents. But yeah, I already had the setup here. So we have Damien the Druddigon, Manaphy. Let's say he's Calm Mind, Tail Glow. So Thunder Punch. Oh my lord! It has a 54% chance. No, is it? Is it a 54? Yeah, it's a 54 to 64% chance. 4% chance. A 2-hit KO Manaphy. Oh, guys, this is raw power. Outrage, once Aggron is gone, Outrage 2-hit KOs Snorlax. 2-hit KOs. Well, does it 2-hit KO Tangrowth? If it doesn't 2-hit KO Tangrowth, it does do a lot of damage to Tangrowth. Hold on. We can just check. This is why I wanted to save Damien for last, because I really think that this set is gonna catch Joey off guard and just do so much damage. Like, Outrage still does 40 to 46%. With Rocks Up, is it a 2-hit KO potentially? Let's see. Outrage is a guaranteed, well, it's a guaranteed 3-hit KO if he's max defense, max HP. But we have Gunk Shot for Tangrowth. The only downside to this set is that we have to rely on Focus Blast and Gunk Shot. Gunk Shot, however, though, is only 80 accuracy, so that's not too shaky. The benefits of Gunk Shot is that we still 2-hit KO Reuniclus. We have a 41% chance to 2-hit KO Reuniclus if it's max defense, max HP with leftovers. If it's Regenerator, Cobra Berry after rocks, I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed 2-hit KO. We can 2-hit KO Snorlax depending on whatever spread it is. Gunk Shot, of course, is doing 71 to 85% to max defense Tangrowth. Focus Blast is 2-hit KOing any variant of Aggron. Now, I would really love if we had Fire Blast instead of Focus Blast, but the main thing about Focus Blast is that it also hits Snorlax, which again, once we break down Snorlax and mainly once we break down Aggron is when Clefable can win. And then once we break down Snorlax is when his only switch-ins to Shaymin and Blastoise are gone. Which we have enough pressure on our team to be able to beat down Mega Aggron and Snorlax for our team to prevail mid to late game, if you guys get what I'm trying to say. So, going into this battle, it's all about breaking Joey's team down and then playing accordingly and noticing what am I trying to say? Like I have so much to say and my mind is scattered and just this has been going on for a minute, but just I'm excited and I'm nervous and I have the biggest grin on my face because I really think that Druddigon is gonna put in so much work. I know that we're gonna miss a Focus Blast or a Gunk Shot most likely, but I'm hoping that it's not an absolutely crucial one that will cost us the game, basically. But like I was saying, Focus Blast does 2-hit KO any variant of Aggron unless he's max special defense with Careful Nature. Unless we have Rocks up, it doesn't 2-hit KO. It has a 46% chance to 2-hit KO with Rocks up. But like I said earlier, there's no reason he should run max special defense Mega Aggron with Careful Nature. At least I don't think so. Ellis pretty much was adamant about the fact that he shouldn't run that, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't run that. So I really think that Druddigon is going to catch Snorlax or Aggron off guard. Let's say we do bring in Druddigon, then he could switch out predicting a Fire Blast into Snorlax, and then he gets bopped by a Focus Blast. And then we could potentially knock him out with the Gunk Shot or Scout it to see what kind of set he is. Because Gunk Shot is still going to be doing a lot of damage to Snorlax. Keep in mind, we are adamant base 120 physical attack with Life Orb and Sheer Force. Gunk Shot is base 120, Focus Blast is base 120, Thunder Punch being only base 75 is still going to be doing enough damage to Alomomola or Manaphy to the point where we really don't have to worry about them setting up on us anyways. Outrage just nukes Joey's team once we get rid of Aggron. And Aggron still takes like 30%. No, it doesn't take 30%. If it switches in and we get a 3-turn Outrage, the combination of those two Outrages, I think, add up to be like 30 or 40%. I remember running the calc, but I can show you guys right now. No. I was about to say, wait a minute, that's not right. So yeah, look at that, 35 to 40%. So if Aggron is weakened enough, we can essentially lock ourselves into Outrage and just beat it. Actually, that would be pretty dope if we were able to beat it with Outrage coming from Druddigon. But no, we mainly have Focus Blast for Aggron. Thunder Punch still does a solid 20 to 22%, as you can see there. So yeah, like I said, Reuniclus gets 2-hit KO'd. At least it has a 41% chance to 2-hit KO'd. Snorlax is going to get 2-hit KO'd unless he's like max defense, max HP, which I don't know why he would be. There's no reason for him to run that. He should be running AV, Chople, Spadef, or Adamant variant. So careful or Adamant variant of Snorlax. So I really think Druddigon is going to be able to beat, again, another one of his walls down to the point where something else can come in and then pick it off, or it is going to beat down one wall and then we can maybe save it for later to beat down another wall. For example, if we get rid of his Garchomp or his Flygon, like I said, he is 100% either bringing Garchomp or Flygon. There is a slight chance he could bring both, but unless he brings Manaphy, then outside of Garchomp, Flygon, Kyurem, Pyroar too. Like I said, I really don't think he's gonna bring Pyroar. I don't know why he would bring Pyroar. Like, I don't know what he's gonna give up to not bring Pyroar, but he shouldn't bring Pyroar. So if his only fast Mons are like Garchomp and Manaphy, then we outspeed 4 of his Mons right there that we can just do insane damage to, and that in return we can chew up one hit from to just do even more damage to that Mon. So I'm really hoping that Druddigon is going to put in a lot of work. I'm very positive that Joey's not going to be expecting this, and that we're going to be able to just nuke Aggron with a Focus Blast. Or maybe be able to hit up Snorlax with the Focus Blast. And then after running the calc, maybe we can knock it out with Gunk Shot. I don't know, but just I'm really excited for this game. This was almost an hour long. I honestly don't think anybody's gonna watch this. Like, if you for some reason watch this whole thing, then I really thank you. It means a lot to me when you guys watch like really stupid long videos like this, because it kind of makes me think that you guys are interested in what I'm saying and do think what I'm saying is interesting. I'm tired. Like, I'm not used to making long videos like this. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited. I really think that we can beat Joey. I really think we can hand him his second loss, as long as I don't royally screw up and I don't play too obviously. I think that we will be able to pick Joey's team apart and then just beat it down and pull out another W for the Durham Druddigons. And to shut up all the naysayers out there, I got one person in mind that I want to mention at the end of this match, if and or when we do win. So be on the lookout for that, guys. But I really think this is going to be a really good battle that you guys are not going to want to miss. Again, up at 4 p.m. I'm 99% sure it's going to be up at 4 p.m. And yeah, check out Joey if for some reason you don't know who he is. Let's go, Durham Druddigons. Oh, we can do this. We were the 1 and 4 and 1, and we will be the 2. See, it doesn't sound as cool when you say 2, but we're going to be that second loss in Joey's record. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. With that being said, I will see you all tomorrow at more than likely 4 p.m. with this awesome match, potential awesome match against Joey, the coach of the Bronx Beartics. Damien standing strong, and so will the Durham Druddigons. So, thank you all for watching. Later, everybody.